Hey everyone, I'm making a few tutorials and this one I actually have some sound. I was thinking we'd model some spiky spheres, some spike balls. So let's see how we might do that, because the technique I want to show you is flow along surface. So let's start with one of the simpler ones. Maybe I'll just do one like this that just has these little spikes. So the first thing I'm going to do is move this to the side and let's create a sphere in the center. Not too big, maybe something like that. That seems good. Now, in order to flow surface, the concept is that you'll have some kind of plane like this with some objects on it, and then that's going to wrap around this surface. So in order for us to figure out how big the surface should be, we're going to select this sphere, and I'm going to go to curve from object and create UV curves. And I'm going to select the points and say done. And this will give us an idea of the surface here. So let's move that up a little bit. And let's create a planar surface from that. And I'm just going to go ahead and delete that curve. So we have here a sphere and we have a flat two-dimensional surface here. So now what I'm going to do is go to the top view and let's see, I'm going to create some cones. Yes. So let's do this. I'm going to zoom in, select cone, and something like that. Move to the front view. I'm going to make this quite spiky. Let's see. That seems good. I'm going to maybe just make that a little smaller and maybe a little taller. And that seems good. And I'm going to go just below the surface of this. If we go to the front view, I don't have my grid snap on. I'm going to go just below that surface over there so that it's just peeking underneath, because I want this to go into the surface of the circle. So let's go back to the top view and we'll just do a quick array. Yeah, I'm going to do 20 and maybe 12. Let's see what that gives us. I'm going to snap to the quadrants and I'm going to zoom out. I want these to be quite close to each other. So I'm trying to fill that rectangle right now. Let's do something like that. I'm going to just select and delete the ones that are outside of my rectangle, and let's just eyeball this a little bit. You can be more precise if you want to. So let's see what we have here. We have this surface full of spikes and we have this sphere. So now what we're going to do is we're going to say flow along surface. The objects I want to flow are all of these. I'm just going to do a select. You'll see that I have the plane selected, so let's deselect that. I'm going to say done. I'm going to copy this because I want to keep this here. Rigid means it maintains its shape. And it's saying select base surface. Now my base surface is this area, so I'm going to select the base surface here and select target surface. And there we go. I've got ourselves a nice spike ball. So let's see if we can do another one. Maybe if I want to create this one here. So what I'll do is I'll hide this, select all, let's call this spike ball 1, move all these objects to this layer, great, and let's create another one, spike ball 2. Let's bring back our image and let us hide that one. Okay, so sphere. Let's create a sphere here. And let's change this color so we can see a little bit better. Maybe blue. And let's do the same thing. So I have my sphere, curve from objects, create UV curves, select the points. There we go. Let's planar surface that. And once again, I'm going to delete the curve. I could have just grabbed the files from the other one, but I just wanted to do a repeat of that. So here I see something different. I have hexagon, a circle, and a spike. So let's go to the top view, and I'm going to select polygon with 6 sides. I think I want it like that because I want them to be nice and tight. So what I'm actually going to do is move this right here, and I'm going to move this one to that point. Okay. Now let's do an array linear for this one. I'm just going to put something random in, 20. Let's have our midpoint on, midpoint to midpoint. I can delete that one. And now I'm actually going to do a copy, and I'm going to copy from this point to here, and let's see, I am going to split this with this and move this all the way here. There we go. And now I will array this, whoops, array these ones, array linear. 1, 2, 3, 4, probably about 5. My first reference point is the midpoint there, and we're going to need intersection here. Intersection. Great, and it looks like we'll need one more layer. These guys, not that one, and let's just do, actually I want the layer above that, so let's select those guys and say copy from this intersection point to here. Let's do another split. Objects to split are these guys. Enter and enter, and now I should be able to just delete these. Okay, so now I'm going to grab all these and extrude them just slightly. Let's say extrude curve solid, and I am actually going to do on both sides. So let's go to the front view, and I just want a little extrusion. Let's see what we have here. That looks good. Okay. And now what I want to do is, I should have done this before, I realize now I should have created my one shape. Let's do that actually, let's do this the right way. So I'm just going to delete all of this. We'll do this a little faster this way around. The mistake that I made was not fully creating my shape before. So let's find the center here, center, and then let's reference our image again. It looks like our image has disappeared. Oh no, here it is. Okay, so we have the hexagon, which we extruded. Let's just make sure. Yep, okay, let's go to, just make sure that's on there. Okay, go to the top view. Now I will extrude this guy here. I'm just going to use the gumball and let us cap that. And now we're going to make a cone. Great. I'm going to come back after I re-arrayed this. Okay, I've gone ahead and arrayed these, and now let's flow. Flow along surface. These are the objects I want to flow. Make sure I don't have the planar surface selected. Done. Select the base surface and select the target surface. There we go. Let's look at what happens if we do this again. And let's do auto adjust this time. That gives us a different result. And let's try that again. Let's not preserve the structure. Slightly different. Let's do the same thing but start at a different point. And this time let's not do rigid, let's do auto adjust. So here you can see that it's morphing the shape a little bit. I see that I missed 3 spikes here, which is probably going to give us a bit of irregularity. So let's flow along surface.